So when it comes to your health, and especially when it comes to losing weight, we have to realize that a lot of these things have been built up, and we have found ourselves in a position that has crept up on us over time. So in order to make any sort of lasting change, the most important thing that we do is get our mindset right. We cannot be chasing some external materialistic type factors. I don't want to lose weight just to fit into a dress or to fit into my pants or to get back to the size I was when I was a teenager or in my early 20s. What we need to do is create lasting change. That's the goal, to create lasting change. And in order to do that, it has to become a part of our lifestyle, our belief system, and something that is so ingrained in our head, that's what we want. So we have 3 ways that we want to affect our mindset. And the biggest one is our reason why. And the simplest question we can ask ourselves, and we have to keep continuing to ask, is why. So one thing that I would like you to do is ask, what is, by continuing to have this extra weight on us, and however it's making us feel, what is it exactly doing, either totally or partially, that is limiting us from the things that we enjoy daily? And we have to wrap our head around that. Like, what is this extra weight doing? How is it making us feel? And what are we not okay with? And then once we get that answer, then we need to ask ourselves why. So for example, if we were in a conversation and I said, why do you want to lose the weight? And you said, because it's just making me tired and fatigued, I would say, I understand that, but why? What is it about being tired and fatigued that you don't like? And then you'd say, well, maybe I'm not as productive through the day. And I'd say, well, is that important to you? Is being productive through the day important to you? You may say yes or no, and we'd get that feeling like, is that really it? Is it really production? And we may figure out that's not what it is. So you ask again, so why? What is it about production? Why production? And like, well, if I'm not productive through the day, then it affects my mindset and I'm not as present with my kids. Got it. Are your kids important to you? Absolutely. They mean the world to me. And then that's what we figure out the why is it has nothing to do with losing the weight. It has nothing to do with the energy. It has the fact to do that we're not able to be present with our kids. And that's a big reason why to lose the weight, is to get the weight off in order to be present with your kids, to be a role model for your kids, to show them that you can set your mind to anything that you want as long as you have a big enough reason why. And loving your kids is a big enough reason why for you to go through the roller coaster ride and the challenges and not let any daily struggles deter you from your mindset. So we got to figure out the reason why. Number 2, a great thing to do is figure out what we fear. A lot of people, we're going to be driven out of 2 things, fear or desire. And what is the fear? What scares you about continuing to have this weight on? If you were not to change anything and you were to continue to have, to be overweight and to continue to have and put on extra pounds, what do you fear is going to happen? And ask yourself that and get that answer down and see, is that something that can drive you? On the other side of that, number 3 is, what do you desire? By losing the weight, getting to your ideal weight, whatever that is, or the ideal physique, or whatever it is for you, what do you desire out of it? What is that going to do for you? Is it going to, do you feel that, the desire is to be able to run a marathon, or the desire is to be able to walk up the stairs without huffing and puffing, whatever it is for you. But these are 3 key things to help you get your mindset right. Why are you doing it? What's your biggest fear if you don't make the change? And what is your biggest desire when you make the change? So step number one, and we got to make sure we send this, is in order to change our health in anything, especially when it comes to losing weight, is to get your head right and get your mindset right.